1 second. Oh, no, we are good. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back to Steam Cloud Alan Wake.
Swing it, everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very
nice
girl and, more
super
importantly, a fan.
sensitive.
She even has a fan site dedicated to you.
Welcome back to the channel and to Bucktooth Charlie. Very important piece of lore.
Seriously,
But I suppose
what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself.
Last time we left off, we came to a town called Bright Falls.
And his body just disappeared. When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
Lost a week of time.
Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just
Collected thermoses.
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that?
And we're attacked by, you know,
but when you start confusing fiction with reality,
a number of ghostly darkness-infused folk. Possessed folk, maybe? Also, we've written a novel, and we don't remember writing it.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done. Hey,
Okay.
Rusty,
He's a good
right?
boy.
You run cabins. Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
You got it,
Al,
Hoss.
you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to
I'm sure he's on the up and up.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head.
I think this is the
Sorry,
form you
I'm
wanted.
talking to this
And here
clever
are the
boy.
keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here. Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak? Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Wow. What delightful foreshadowing.
Freak me out? It's working. Ha! Let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now. Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms.
I was gonna question why we waited until nighttime, but
Al?
he said to meet him at
We should go to the
midnight,
sheriff
right?
or call the
So
FBI.
that
Damn
makes
it, Barry,
sense.
they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Mm. Yeah, that should be all set up. Hopefully, everyone's doing well.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
We haven't been worried about nighttime just yet, right? We haven't really put two and two together that darkness will be bad every night. Considering we are not going out with a gun right now. Let me turn that on. Yeah, I mean, it's moonlit. For sure. Right around here is when I remember them starting to mess a little bit with perceptions and stuff out of the, you know, corner of your eye. Empty ass jacuzzi. Honestly, I'm more looking for the pages. But oh, never mind. Never mind. We did bring a gun. All right. Oh.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Sure, it's fine.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
I mean, excellent sound design, but ugh. It's one of these cabins that you go in and then you see.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As
People
promised,
zooming
our
by.
very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
There.
No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere.
But you don't actually get attacked.
Rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No
Still enough to give you the spooks, though.
Gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
No, it's same constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's
It's one and the same in D&D.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record...
But I also remember one time that I get a door legitimately broken down.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
That feels better. Just leave those lights on. But yeah, you never get attacked by that. It's just a weird apparition. Classic stuff. Obviously, cool. I wasn't a big horror boy in my earlier life. This place looks absolutely trashed. Oh, maybe I kicked the door down. Yeah, okay. I mixed the two up. Another Bright Falls episode? Nice.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization.
Let's watch.
Some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode: The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took your kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Is that? Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, why not? Nothing else? Alright. Oh, I didn't notice the blood stain. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, I'm sure it's all good in the hood. What was I saying? Right, I was never really a big horror boy. For, you know, obvious reasons. I'm a big old scaredy cat.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Gasp. But, like, my first experiences with horror were just, like, spooky moments in regular-ass movies.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
I feel like you need to move to Hollywood to get some of that Hollywood magic. So, like, stuff like, an example, like Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban, near the start of the movie, just like everything in this playground starts moving frantically, wildly, to like portend the arrival of the Grim. Oh God.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
Yeesh. Anyways, that's what the tire swing reminded me of. Yeah, like, I'll help you, but like, I do need this thermos. It's very important. You're gonna send me back there anyway. Good lord.
Hello?
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell.
Evening, you attractive young man.
Just the way it was on that page. I found
Gonna make a guy like me blush, Pirate. How the heck you doing?
so dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key. Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, he's looking good. You'll be fine.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Alright, health isn't a thing. Well, that isn't completely true. You know, Max, you could, like, hop over there. Well, you got an injured leg. You know what? Free pass for you, my friend. Free pass for you.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Oh, where's the manuscript page? Oh, I missed it completely. Oops.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Anyway, so like movie stuff like that, I always really enjoyed. It was just, I still hate jump scares. I think they suck. But they're also, like, effective. So I can't hate people too much for doing them.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
And like, I grew up in the time where a lot of horror game indie scene was just kicking off. So a lot of horror games were just these, like, you know, Slender, the 7 pages and stuff like that. Or it was just like spooky and then jump scare, and that was like...
It was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
we were done. Rusty sounds like he's having a good old time. Yeah.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Doesn't really get me anything for doing it. Why do you have a pipe wrench? And it wasn't until honestly, until I started the channel that I started... Well, actually, it wasn't until I started playing, like, Alan Wake.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
And other games that were more thriller than outright horror, so it wasn't a lot of jump scares, it was mostly just...
Please don't feed the animals.
Atmosphere. Stuff like that, you know?
Fishing! Who? Heard yourself, Mark. Fishing. License, obey! At all times. Rusty? Rusty, no! Never! Two bears and wolves? Never approach any other wildlife.
Come on in.
Pets must be leashed. Never leave your pet unattended. To remove any objects from the park.
Yeesh. Oh, why you gotta do that? And it wasn't until I made the channel that I actually started playing horror games, like, on the semi-rig. And heck, it wasn't until I met Chelsea that I really went into horror movies at all. Now I can stomach the jump scares. You know, it's fine. But occasionally there's just movies that are like 1 or 2 jump scares, but the rest of it's just so good. I mean, it's hard to top. But like, honestly, stuff like Hereditary, which I still find to be the scariest heckin' movie I've ever seen. Not many jump scares, just unnerving instead. And I can vibe that.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw it.
Barry, it's just a tornado. Yeah, just Barry.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Is this actually the way I go? It probably is, isn't it? Ah, well, let's go this way first.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Well, Rusty may have been a little bit delusional. So you're saying she used horror to break you and gain your love? I would say it's the opposite. She used love to help me embrace horror. And I embraced horror as part of my love for her? I don't know. Like, obviously, you don't need to share everything with your partner, like different interests, that sort of thing. But it is nice when you vibe on common interests or see their love for something
Was at the far end of the nature
and
trail.
grow attached to it yourself. Sorry, very sappy start to the stream today. Let's get some more cave breathing instead. Much better, yeah. Good stuff. Oh, out of breath. Me too, fam. Me too. Moonshine Cave. Aha. I mean, it's worth it. It gives us a shotgun. And, I mean, something else. Lithium batteries, which is to say 3 more batteries. Swap to the revolver, though. We got way more bullets in that right now. I plotted it out. We basically just need to do a little more than a chapter a day. I think we'll easily beat that. May even very rude, first of all. I hope someone comes out of the porta potty. That's not out of the porta potty. Missed the chance for an absolutely hilarious encounter. That's a shame. Oh, hello. I was listening to the... I thought there were whispers on there. I can't believe no one was in the porta potty, though. Big missed opportunity. Yeah, I'm just gonna go off the beaten path like every time. And I know you're gonna just attack me with monsters every time. It's gonna hit me with one of those. But, hey. Look.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know what
Gotta
Al
click the
was,
story.
but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart, too. Knew a lot about what was going on in the town. Knew a lot about Al. Even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
You wouldn't put a thermos behind a dumpster, would you? No, but you might put it in a truck bed. Never mind. Come on, just hit me with it. Actually, you know what? Don't hit me with it. I'm gonna go here. Sorry, you're not allowed anymore. Oh, I got a shotgun right there, huh? That was a very quick change of, stuff there. It's okay, we're like immediately back into this. Great old one, felled by lightning. Big boy. Big boy. Yeah, I see you over there. You trying to like hide? Because I can just burn you off slowly. Oh, hello. Oof, good throw. Good throw. One thing I'm excited for in the sequel is that they said they're going to lean much more into making it their first survival horror game, which to me means, well, first of all, we're just running. Right? You wouldn't turn off, would you? That's a fun little stress meter. Resources, I think, are going to be a lot more scarce, which actually makes you want to explore more. I never really found resources to be that bad. Can I get over this? Nice. In this one. So, you're basically your only, like... Can I jump this? I cannot. Oh, yes I can. I cannot. Who knew? But yeah, basically you'll have another reason to explore outside of a thermos, which is nice. Like, there's little stuff off the beaten path, but like the scare you saw earlier, that's just like a person flashing by the window really quick. You know, I bet a lot of people didn't see it, but the more you force people off the beaten path, the more fun little scares you can put in.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason, packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo, things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
You know what? Actually, you know what? It's not a horror block. It's a flashbang block. Because flashbangs are super handy in... no, that's good. Yeah, that's a good bloody t-shirt. Through tree. super handy in Resident Evil 4, and they're like the most powerful thing in Alan Wake. They're just, it's a bomb. Lover's Peak goes through the tree, came from that way. Anything up there? No. Okay. Lover's Peak's that way. What's here? For your safety, stay on the designated hiking trail. I mean, it feels like there should have been something here. But yeah, excited to see how the design philosophy travels in between genres from a more, let's say, like Max Payne-y design of action to a even more deliberate survival aspect. The year of the Oregon Treaty dates from 1846. That's something else. Wait, something about use. Wait, was I able to get through there? It didn't look like I was able to get through there. Am I crazy? Oh, right. I forget that I, like, have legs and can jump. I'm not used to it. That's my beat.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
Now, an interesting, like, kind of thought experiment that I think continues to this day in Alan Wake is how much of his writing becomes real versus was already real and is just, like, nudged in a certain direction, you know? Like, obviously Bright Falls is real, but how much of the rest of it is? Alright, Ravens, come on, attack me. I have 3 heckin' batteries. We're fine.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
Take a real man's flashlight.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice.
Sure
he
did.
Knew my name.
He was
we were
mumbling.
headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up.
Why was he helping? Very rude. Oops. I really thought I dodged that. My bad. Sometimes Taken can be destroyed by indirect means.
That's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but
Let's move.
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun.
And like when someone talks about the story,
It took a moment.
is the dialogue
Then
forced in
I
there? Like,
recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name.
it's very
We were heading in
confusing.
the direction of Lover's Peak. There was
It's
no way this was
essentially it's a
coincidence.
story
He
in a
was the
story,
kidnapper.
Come on. Wake.
possibly
Better
in a
keep
third
up.
story. Would you light up the... Oh my god, I just wanted some extra flares. You gain a better understanding of characters by the manuscripts you find. That is one thing that I think people didn't connect with, is the kind of
I've got a gun. Just keep that light
asynchronous
steady on him.
storytelling
Then
with
I
the
recognized
manuscript,
him.
especially because you might
He'd been
not
on the
find
ferry
some of the
when I first
manuscripts,
arrived
right?
with Alice. He knew my name.
In fact, some of them are
We were
locked
heading in
behind a
the direction
difficulty
of
that you
Lover's
can't
Peak.
even
There
unlock
was no way
previous
this was a
game, but
coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up. Hear that? It's them.
yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna
I got for you.
use a flare this entire time.
Damn it. Wake. Where'd that one go?
I don't know.
Monster.
Did you like hit him already? Not that I really have to rely on. Would you? Good lord, hit him, my dude. The one time I feel like it's absolutely... God, your aiming sucks, man. Like, it's booty cheeks. He did not just yell, get some. My dude, please. It's not good. You're very bad at aiming, and I am speaking from experience. Oh my lord.
Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
That's what I've been doing.
No can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun.
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it.
I used like 5 here. My goodness.
Just a little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
I mean, I am really trying, my friend. Maybe not my friend, but...
Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it.
I am moving it. Thank you very much.
Better get ready.
Entering
They'll be on us
Lover's
soon.
Peak.
coming. Give me the goddamn gun. They're coming.
Please.
Not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Something over there? Oh my god, it's a thermos! This is very important. Ow. Alright, super rude. Please, my dude. He's right there. Ow. Please, 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 thank you.
This is a piece of cake, Wake.
Just because you can rhyme doesn't make it so. Okay. Hey, there's like a gazillion people behind us. Would you mind, like, shooting them? I cannot deal with this. You know what hurts is like, God, you suck. I couldn't do anything.
This is it, Wake. Last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as...
Because this feels less like a resource management thing and more like a escort mission.
Get with the program, Wake.
Ow. Please. Thank you. Okay, now you. Did you get him? No, of course not. Why would you do that? Maybe for you, but you can't hit the broadside of a barn. One down. Just holding them at bay as long as I possibly can. You might want to look behind you. It's fine. Just gotta keep staggering him mostly. Please. God. Is this how you guys feel when you watch me play the game? How does anyone watch me?
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her mouth.
Imagine punching so hard. You knock yourself off of it. That's quite something. Did I get my shotgun back? No, I never used it.
I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice. Do you hear me? Come back here!
Yeesh.
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it.
About 25 manuscript
On more than one
pages.
occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant.
Until now.
Held some magical power, but I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry.
I see
and figure
that.
out my next move.
Yeah, I see that, yes. But, like, I don't completely understand where you're leading me with that gold. Oh, wait, yes I do. Well, kinda. Can I, like, get through here, maybe? Oh. I am stuck. Myself, decent day. Decent couple of days, I guess? You wouldn't happen to have a shotgun in here or something, would you? No, but I did discover 5 hidden chests for an achievement. Work is... It's almost back to normal. There's still, like, some hesitance about some things, but we're doing alright. My side project person that I report to paid me the highest compliment today and said, I have no idea how to read you. And I was like, thank you. Because I'm very non-committal about my answers because I have to be diplomatic. Yeah, a little sneaky snake over there. I get you. I see ya. I'm not sure she meant it as a compliment, but like, I'm taking it that way. How'd that guy sneaky snuck into a wall? Is that a... Oh god, they put the bear traps off in the... in the wilderness, too. Goodness gracious. Do you all, like, mind? I'm looking for sparklies and I'm not able to see any. I appreciate the shuffle-luffle you're doing in the darkness, but I'd appreciate a shotgun even more. Ooh. Old sawmill, you say? No idea how to get over there. I don't know where I'm going. Probably here. Yeah, I think she appreciates my help. I don't like giving too much of myself away unless I really like the person, you know? And even then. At work? That's a different story. On my own? Oh yeah. Anytime. Open book. At least as much as I can be, right? But we did yesterday, Chelsea and I meandered our way to a local ice cream place that's pretty good. Pretty famous. And she didn't know what to get, obviously, because they had a bunch of, you know, interesting Halloween flavors or whatever. Super rude. Super rude. Don't like that at all. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Goodbye. You're gone. Don't exist. Excuse me? No, you don't exist. Did you not listen when I said no? I specifically requested you not to do anything.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Gulp. Alright. Is that an airplane? That just chilling? Can I go up and see it?
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense.
Did
It was clear that it had just fallen here. It was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
I mean, I sure don't remember hearing it fall. Oh, wait, that was the thing just earlier. Boy, my memory's bad, huh? Anything up there? No? Okay. Wait. Up here? Yeah, okay. Please? Thank you. Oh, almost. I don't know, catapulted myself on. Yeah, if you're trying to make a person feel safe, the close breathing is yeah, number one. Very good. They did their research. Chelsea says as a therapist, you just get up behind somebody and I don't think I'm gonna hit this. Oh, no, I did. Just get up behind somebody and breathe real heavy, and that usually calms them down. I'm here for my thermos. Don't get in my way. It's fine. It's fine. Didn't fall in. Spooky Sawmill. Forgot how much that hurts for no reason, just stepping on it.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds
That's kind of what happened in Alan Wake's American Nightmare.
surprised, just terrified.
Hello, Mr. Thermos. Look, I might not collect all the thermoses, but by God, I'm gonna collect most of them on accident. And nobody can stop me.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
Did I go the wrong way initially? Do I actually have to? I guess I go up here. Must have missed something. Oh, that was a very forgiving. Can I just like go out this window? No. Okay. Ah, ladder. These are just big turds dropped by that mysterious veiled woman. That's what I like to think they are, anyways. Too embarrassed to say anything about it. Just didn't oopsie poopsie. The darkness. Where's her face?
Beware of Widowmakers.
I don't know where you went, actually. Cool. I don't think we ever get any, like, updates to the guns. I think what you see is what you get. But, look, at some point you gotta hit me with a chainsaw. Or you'll make me into a liar. Oh, I got barreled. I'm trying to reload, but I'm pressing E. Very awkward indeed. 4, 5, 6. I assume aiming's also gonna be, like, actually important. It's pretty close to auto aim here. Is that the way? Close to the visitor center, at least. Oh, there's the peak. Take a peek at it. Yeah, okay.
Cloaking is a hazardous occupation.
There it is. Away for a while. Oh, wow. That is less bullets than I thought that would take. You wouldn't hide a thermos behind here. No. That'd be too mean. I thank you for it, game. I do. Ooh, well, we're good. We're here.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Wait.
Stay hidden.
Don't open that door.
Just make sure you keep the lights on.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
Oh, kill me. Shoot me in the face. How did I miss that? Oh no. It's the world's scariest place. The women's bathroom.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it. But it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
Okay, now we gotta go to the actual scariest part. The men's restroom. Don't ask why the garage keys are here.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Alright. I think someone bursts out, right? Yeah. Thank God I remember that, because I'd poop my pants otherwise. I've been in here the whole time trying to poop! gotta wait for him to catch his breath. Don't ask why it's running. God, the driving is so bad. On the plus side, it is way boom. It is way too finicky here. All right, I can focus my headlights somehow. Don't ask about it. Doesn't make a lot of sense. It just is, you know. Yeah, more hunting rifle ammo. Yeah. That car looks drivable. Full beams and fog lights. That's fair. Yeah. Ouch. I think we don't have like car health here. Oh, God. That's what I always put it down as in my head. I mean, honestly, it makes about as much sense as anything else. I've already been to this little goober. Is this where I... No, this is different. Is this just in case I get, like, gumped somewhere? Yeah, I think so. Let's just get back to Bear. Please. Either don't... Let's remove driving sections from the game. Oh. Let's remove driving section from the game in Alan Wake 2. You know, you don't need it.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Jeez Louise. Gorgeous modern driving controls. I would accept the... Gosh darn it. They always do this. Hey. Well, first of all, you stop that. Jeez Louise, man. I didn't ask for that scare. Did not ask for it. I'm getting there, Bear. Oh, never mind.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your
Not
woman
much into
back.
pet
Simple
play.
as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's interesting that he remembers that.
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me.
Yes, I get you.
Yeesh. He remembers writing the manuscript, but he also remembers that he didn't write the ending, which is intriguing.
Talked about birds over the phone.
Oh, I don't know why it's so funny.
Al! Al, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
These birds are weird. It's true. Ow. Oh. And also your inventory like doesn't persist, so definitely you might as well. You might as well just absolutely slam it, you know?
Sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back.
You only have like a quarter of the story.
For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now,
you know, he can talk a lot. He can't write a lick,
a single word on paper.
But he cannot shut up. That's irony.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Old Dear
Diner. Good girl.
Oof. Oof. Don't like it. Fun fact, the end of each of these chapters is gonna get copyright struck every time. It auto meets just this end of chapter stuff. Because it's all licensed. Alan Wake 2 is probably gonna do the exact same thing. That's okay. There are worse things in life.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
I mean, honestly, Alice sounds a little possessed too.
Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Oof.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
God, Barry is not smart.
We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
As you know, Agent Nightingale not happy.
I'm the manager.
But
we're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
Wow, that's great. I was very, very interested about her rental relationship.
Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zink. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote.
I'm a famous writer.
So much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Why is there boat? Boat? Why is there one there? Is there an explanation for that? Another thing I really love is how slowly but surely the darkness gains more power over this day-night cycle. Like, obviously, the first night we were, you know, just thrust into. And then the second night we waited for.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Oh, okay, so they're just really dumb.
I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
I understand. I've discovered 25 thermoses. That's 1/4. I mean, that's got to be Rose's trailer. But I'm looking for secrets, boss. Not that secret. Where are you going? Oh, wait. Is that Billy? Yeah. Weird. I guess there are more trailers back there. And then the third night, well, we'll see soon enough.
Just follow me. It's not far.
But like I've said before, I mean, I just love it because it's one of those...
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Losing time and not remembering your actions.
All of the articles
I think
about
is
this stuff
super
were written
good.
by Cynthia Weaver.
Horror.
I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway.
Wait, didn't I just see a thermos? Ah, inside the
and she
trailer.
had some kind of a breakdown.
Where are you going? Come on, my dude. We could get you a mobility scooter. Or maybe he just, like, never learned to walk. That could be. You never know.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
I don't even like the implication.
Welcome to Oh dear. Mr. Wake.
Ugh.
I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please come in.
How do you not, like, notice? It's fine.
Hey, this is really good. Rose,
Yes.
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What?
Barry really likes drugs. Confirmed.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
So in third night, you get drugged into darkness. Not drug, but drugged.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Fold?
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
That's a little rude. The snore's not necessary, is it?
Deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Alright. Sounds like the entity has done it a few times before.
I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste. Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter.
Way past her normal bedtime.
Trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Do I have a gun or a flashlight? I got neither. No, that's good. Yeah, that's great. Just listen in.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you.
Me too.
And not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM. Hey, hi, it's Walt Snyder. What's on your mind, Walt? Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just... Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt. Argument with Danny. You know Danny, and then I got in trouble with the law.
like that, Walt?
Yeah. Well, you know, Danny's my best friend, and, he let me, bail today. And now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
R.I.P. Danny. Oh, I was like, what the heck is that? Oof. Alright, let's go get... Well, what should we get?
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
I like how officially, like,
God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
we haven't done anything.
Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest. You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face. Stay right where you are, Slane!
Jeez. Good lord. Also, try to count how many fake, well, not fake authors, how many different authors we get called by Nightingale.
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to
R.I.P.
leave Barry
Danny,
behind,
indeed.
but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Well, thank you. I'm good. This was the first demo they showed. Actually, this was, interestingly, the first, like, vertical slice of the game they gave. Not sure why it hooked me. I think it was just so active.
There he is! There he goes! Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
Because they... Oh, God. Because they start getting... God, I cannot run. Like, things start getting spooky, and then... It's also, like, the main reason I... which way do I go? This way, I guess? Yeah, that looks good. The main reason I didn't look into anything for Alan Wake 2, because I was just like... I don't want anything like this spoiled for me.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to.
Rock stars? Could it be
When it sensed the writer on the theory.
the old gods of Asgard? Perhaps. Perhaps. Classic American policing. To be fair, the guy who shot is an FBI agent. But everyone else also tried to shoot. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Just smoked. Oof. Got any...
right where you are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on my way. Out.
The suspect was last sighted running along the boards that lead westward from the trailer park. All units are advised that the suspect may be armed.
I'm not. Well, okay, I do have 2 arms. That's fine. Fine and fair. Yep. Another manuscript page. Sure. Let's grab it.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. Pretty girl, she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper.
Can't believe they didn't spring for anybody else to voice the other characters in this Alan Wake audiobook. No cheapskate. Honestly, I wish I had a stamina meter just so I could see how long I had before I'm just tuckered out. Myself, I'm always tuckered out, but that's just me.
Search the area. Stay sharp. This way. Over here.
And seeing like the flashlight spin all over. Yeah, it's good stuff. Oh no, it's Andy! Anything but Andy. We will always remember you.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Ryder just took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. Over. I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
And you get the police radio instead of the actual radio. That's a good approximation of us. Hey. Oh, they didn't see me. Okay.
You on the ground. Hold it right there.
Well, thank you. Oh my god, it's just like the... It's just like the plane on the Hudson. Oh god. It's fine. All is well. That is one tough policewoman. And no one should forget it. I'm hoping she's in the sequel. In some fashion. Patunk. 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 Yeah. That's the gas station we were at originally, I think? Maybe? Can't be that many gas stations in this town, you know?
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. Jake, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. But hey, what are you... Come on.
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan.
Oh my
Over.
god.
Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both
gotcha. You better get them here quick. The feds gonna want to interview you or over. Oh yeah, I bet it does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Guy running on alcohol and cigars. I mean, I'd take the cigars over the alcohol.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Dang, my 25 thermoses. They're not enough. Oop.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
I just did this. How did you get like that? Who did this? That's not a normal thing for a generator to do. Yeah, I love how spotlights are Gatling guns, essentially. Flashbangs are just the get out of jail card. It's neat. I honestly hope they do a lot more with the light, or it's just real spooky. I'm okay with that too. I'm good with either or. Not picky. Okay, got ourselves a flashlight. No way to defend ourselves, though. They leave an after image, too.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Thank you. What do you mean the right to remain silent? You're not dressed up like a police officer. Or a new evolved entity that's weak to water or something. I can see that too. Ouch. I'm so slow. Sponsored by Super Soaker. Sometimes the enemies just keep coming. I know they just keep coming. I was trying to get there in the first place. That one had a police officer. Or as I like to call them, policeman officers. That's just me and my Hot Fuzz obsession. You know how it be.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over
A big ruckus?
Oh, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, plus the sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol.
Like from a gun, you know?
What's going on? Because it's just next door, and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
I really like that when we use the flashbangs, we do not care if it goes off directly in our face. We're just like, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna stare at it, you know? Alright, I've got no health now because I got hit both times. I don't like that. Go away. Anytime I hear something spooky, I immediately am just gonna toss the flashbang out. I hear somebody. I hope that hit you. I sure as heck don't know that. Nope. God. Oh. I mean, I simultaneously love them taking aspects of your kit away from you. I've talked about that before. Creativity through, like, removing parts of your kit. I wish I didn't have the stamina of an 80-year-old smoker, you know? That's all. And don't you forget it. Wait. Oh, 1 second. This is important, I think, or something. Did that work? No, we're still there. Huh? Alright. There we go. I don't know what this is for exactly. Huh. Just a little safe space, huh? And a few flares. Okay. That kind of makes me want to use the flares over the flashbang. Flashbangs are so powerful. Flares are better at keeping things away. Flashbang's better at, you know, killing everything. Flashbangs. I don't like hearing them creep up behind me. I don't like it one bit. Not my favorite thing, for sure. Oh, hey there, partner. What?
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
You didn't even see him in there. Can you listen in?
Lorna, what do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bother with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course.
Oh my god.
Like that. I mean, what do you expect? The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Well,
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna.
Thermos. Point me towards the coal mine. The Night Owl, the voice of Pat Maine all night, every night. That man doesn't need sleep.
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm gonna see if I can talk him into an interview.
Pat, you don't understand.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this.
I don't know if Pat's still gonna be alive 10 years from now. Alright, that's 3.
Whoa. Everyone calm down.
Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him. What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Oh, every time, man. Forgot what like a cliche Nightingale is. Alright, that's 4. 4 authors.
It was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to...
This is reminding me of some of like the minor characters that I hope are return in some fashion, right?
To walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you? Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation. The cops and find my own way to the mine.
I like how we're just wandering in the dark. Like, this isn't... We don't know that this is where to go for the coal mine. Alright, first of all... Stop it. Please pick that up. Thanks. We're seeing some darkness in them. Are the names of the writers that entity is influenced in some way? I mean, if the entity has influenced Dan Brown, I've got some questions as to their choice of writer. But some of the others I get. I mean, the entity has touched anyone that's come around Cauldron Lake. And for all we know, Hemingway or... Really wish you'd blown up like a half second sooner. That would have been nice.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
And a revolver. Come on. You know you're gonna attack me. In light, you can hurt them. Oh, don't I know it? The ones that I know of are like the two that are mentioned, right? You got your Thomas Zane and your extremely rude dudes. Excuse me. Please let me turn that on. No, you're not gonna let me turn it on. Okay, that's fine. Might need an easier every now and again. Summer break for evil entities. Compelling argument. Yeah, I know it's a trap, but I have a shotgun. What can I say? Excuse me. Oop. Yeesh. You know, what fun is falling for traps if you don't actually fall for them, you know? When you mentioned all of a kind of horror, yeah. I think it was more of like an existential, but I feel you. I feel you for sure. I don't know which way's the right way, to be honest. Like that kind of looks like the way forward. In fact, I think it is. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, you're making a lot of noise, but you're not doing a lot. Oh, that might just be a page. Okay, we'll go grab it. Why not? Why not?
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as
Forgot about this.
It crashed the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
That was nice of him. Maybe Entity's different based on the victim, with Alice and her darkness fear. Maybe HP was afraid of cephalopods. I mean, you know, reasonable fear, to be honest. We kind of know what H.P. Lovecraft was actually afraid of, and it's people of other races.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes.
And homosexuality, true.
Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
I almost wonder, I mean, Nightingale is definitely not part of the Federal Bureau of Control. But I feel like they may or may not have had...
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. Alan. I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
Does not sound like
The connection had been
Alice.
terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
But I'm gonna do it anyways. We didn't learn our lesson the first time. I mean, that, and we're also kind of being dragged around by the story no matter what. Stop with the breathing. Don't like the breathing. Ow, what the heck happened there? Jeez, the biggest scare of the day, and it's because... I don't care about it. A freaking plank fell on me. Here I go falling for recordings again. Or just possessions. You know, one of the two. I don't know.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again. I could see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
I am interested also to see if they do as many parts of the game with companions. Like, for good chunks of chapters 4 and 5, you are with somebody. And even part of 2, which you saw earlier. Yeah.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing.
Oh no, I've been minorly inconvenienced.
Everything in its path.
Oh no. I saw that thing. Sheesh. Good. No, not the wheelbarrow. Oh, God.
Slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
That's gotta be Hartman, right? Victor, how the heck you doing,
just
buddy?
Started to get interested in writing.
Good to see you.
Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly
Heavy
not the protagonist.
duty
That's what makes them
flashlight.
fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Alan Wake is the game. Alan Wake 2 in a week. You bet your beautiful beard. We will be playing that on release day. Next Friday. Been waiting for a sequel of this game for a decade. At least. Thought we could use a refresher. Or if people hadn't seen it before. Mental State might. It'll hang in there. Well, maybe. Oh no. My worst nightmare, an extremely slow opening gate. Oof, okay. Ow. Okay, never mind. I'm done.
That had come to life in his
Let's
books.
not talk about it.
No one is safe in a good horror story.
Swap out
Certainly
heavy duty
not the
flashlight.
protagonist.
Please.
That's what makes them fun.
Please.
This was anything but. The darkness could
Thank
possess
you.
anything, and it was getting closer.
You know what? Maybe we died on purpose because I needed to get this very collectible and important thermos. That's all I got. Victor, did your marathon or half marathon go well? I cannot remember. Was it even more than that? Whatever it was, I remember it was exhausting to even think about. Ouch. But I remember it was in Portland. I am a good person who remembers what their friends are doing. But only some details. Ugh. That was rude. There we go. Let's skedaddle, shall we? Oh, no, let's hit a checkpoint. And then... what if I just made you hit that? That door. 3, 4. Gotta reload 2 more bullets. 1, 2. I reloaded all of them, but hey, better safe than sorry. In light, you can hurt them. That's great. Thank you, heavy breathing fairy. Well, as long as we don't run into any bulldozers, I'm sure we'll be fine. But let's watch another episode of Night Springs.
Desperate self-delusion, covering the vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, A Family Occasion. Journalist Alvin Derlis' trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful.
Just love that in this, by watching this, canonically Alan Wake, he knows he's in severe danger, but even he enjoys a good schlocky Twilight Zone episode. It's not water. Yeah, it is. He was down bad.
Alvin Derlit learned a harsh lesson. If you go
wow.
Mythology,
what an interesting 1 minute long episode. It's, I mean, it's really hard to top the quantum suicide chapter.
Towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
You remember the lumberyard being difficult? We did die earlier in a excuse me? Ah, rude. We did die earlier in a lumberyard. This is also lumberyard. Okay, It's fine. It's fine. Oh, God. Don't worry, he doesn't know how to reverse. Just slowly strafe around him. It's like Elden Ring. Alright, super unnecessary. Aimbot. Yeah, just turned it on, you know. I mean, look, you've seen me play Counter-Strike, so you know the answer is that it must be aiming for me. Because hoo-wee. Am I not good at that? I'm good at watching it. Very good at it. I cheer at all the right moments. Oh, you wouldn't make me drive again, would you, game? That wouldn't be very nice. Oh, wait. Trying to hide a very collectible and rare thermos from me. Can't believe you would do that. Oh, you're not gonna have me drive. Praise be.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
Definitely going for the thermos percent run. Not on your life. You know I missed at least 5 to 10 in just the most obscure fashion. It's how we roll. Look, we got 100% in Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars was great.
And he would give me Alice.
That
looks.
looks.
Give any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
I don't trust this sign. It feels a little like a free candy sign. I don't like it. Also, wait, can I just drive this then? Why did I get out of the car? I don't want to walk this.
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
You guys wouldn't hide anything on my trail, would you? That would not be very cash money of you. One moment, please. It's fine. We got plenty of time. It's the sunrise. What could possibly go wrong? It's daytime. All is well. Don't worry about the checkpoint reach. It's fine.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger.
That's how you know Pat Main is about 90 years old.
Manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved. Because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here.
An ACAB radio announcer. Who knew?
Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, little music.
I didn't like that car. We're taking this car. Doesn't really look like anything's over there. Let's follow the extremely real and not made up signs to the coal mine museum, shall we? Hill. Yeah, that sure is. The kidnapper did not write those the night before and hammer them out. I promise. Look, one of these times Taken's gonna come out of the porta potty and it will be amazing. Just won't be today. Another radio.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me that's strange because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything. But what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me.
Oh man, we're getting
Maybe
real
I didn't
talk,
put in
Pat.
the work, I don't know, but
I'm actually invested.
since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Wow. We got to see the real Pat. Actually, wait 1 second. If I was an absolute turd, I would hide... Nope, okay. I was gonna say, I would hide a thermos behind there, where you wouldn't be able to see it unless you went all the way around for no reason. And that's why I shouldn't develop a collectathon game. Alright, to the coal mine museum. Wahoo. Maybe. Sorry, I keep on finding points of interest. It's like half the reason I only get through like 1 or 2 really big open world games a year, because I get distracted by all the meaningless stuff, not even the good stuff. That's something at least.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
See, I think that is... Boss is the Dark Presence. Or Barbara Jagger. Jagger? Mick. Got it. I mean, who knows? Maybe this is just, it's all like a Rolling Stones nightmare. And that we're living in reality.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Very popular museum. I mean, I've seen absolutely nothing that says that it was a museum, but other than the made-up sign. But it's fine. Okay, fine. It's a museum. It's a real museum. You got me. You guys just need to work on your welcome area.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me.
Dramatic chair drag.
The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope.
It's nighttime.
It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout.
Let me out.
I'll be waiting.
Let me
I'm
out.
through being jerked around by
You
you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, I want the manuscript.
Yeah, well, I'm all out of the tape recorder I doctored.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was impatient.
It was close. We were closer than ever before.
Okay, very sorry. Big apologies. Won't do it again. Thermos. Oof. Ah, we're fine. Oh, the train yard. I kind of remember the train yard. Oh, hey. None of that.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Okay, I think we're in for what the kids might call a fight. But I also have 11 flares to use. 1 second. More than 1 bullet, please. Alright. No. Okay. Are we done with the standard attacks? How many flashbangs do we have? Quite a few. I'll be real with you guys. I have to pee. However, I'm holding on to it for now. And I'm playing a dangerous game because this frightens me. This game too spooky, you know. I'm gonna wait for you to toss. Yeah. There's one. Should be another one though. There it is. That's gonna hurt. Yeah. Yep. Let's just keep on trucking.
What the hell?
Very cool. Oh, good lord.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
You don't have to. Like, electrocution can do the body some good. Gets rid of BO, adds something new entirely. Stop, guys! I don't know how to drive. I never got my license. Oh no. Please. What I really wanted to do is light that on fire, but I guess a really ugly fight will have to do instead. Maybe we'll have use for it on the way back. Maybe. Got a flare gun, nice. Cool. That's great. Excuse no. I see you guys. had enough of you. If I could heckin' aim. Okay. Did that not burn anything? Yeah, it burned an amount away. We used 100 batteries. The achievement is of course called Energized because we just gotta have that product placement. We are getting closer and closer to my favorite product placement of the game, so that's exciting at the very least. Jeez. Oh. Anybody else in here? Too much of that. Alright, get that. Get some revolver ammo. Try not to poop your pants the next time. Like I said, I'm playing a dangerous game with my bladder. Product placement I can accept. Yeah, I mean, it's not egregious. It's just, it's amusing, is what it is. That is a lot of propane tanks. You wouldn't climb down here, would you? Trying to hit this. Sheesh. Trust no one in the dark. Thanks. Again, I really appreciate the footsteps on the roof and stuff. It's very cool. I actually enjoy the Thermos being essentially a Bond villain who's like been waiting for us. They're like, ah, we meet again, Mr. Wake.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Pleasant. Ugh. Yeah, that's fine.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
What are you talking about? Everybody I know that works for the power company carries 3. They use them if anyone complains to them about how their power's out, and you just flashbang them. Just like, how about now? Can you see anything now? It works every time. And, you know, they're never allowed to use flashlights, so if there's, like, ever a thing they need to see, they just gotta use the flashbang. They're very good at seeing for bursts of 0.3 seconds. Ouch. Yeah. Alright, you know what? You get another one. Temporary emergency lighting. Exactly. You've obviously worked at a power company before. These other plebs don't know.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler.
It's the fifth author.
All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
I see the thermos. I see where you're pointing me. But I also hear the breathing. The breathing points me to yet another mine shaft. Goodness gracious. Please, thank you. Flashbang, flashbang, flashbang. You got it. Alright, unnecessary, actually. That's still a net gain of 1 flashbang. And far more importantly, another collectible thermos. Oh no! Oh! Alright. Didn't realize that was going to be a platforming challenge, so I just broke both ankles. Ugh. Uh-oh. It's fine. Shotgun ammo, also very typical power.
I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint.
Shotgun
and
too.
Make him
Oh
talk.
yeah, no, there is upgrades. I had thought there might be, but you know, I was not positive. Can we go in both directions here? Sure looks like it. Hey, come from the other direction. I like that. That guy knows what's up. No, not alright. pressed the wrong button, so I just decided to cut my losses there. Is that something I can see though? Feels like yes. My goodness, it is a thermos. Who'da thunk? Sorry, pals. I'm in it for the thermos. I get it. This is spooky time. Very spooky place. Some white phosphorus shells. Oh, yeah. Let's commit war crimes while we're at it. Yeah, that's a good idea. All is well. Bye bye. Ooh. Yeah, pretty rude.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going.
Don't like the
cold
crosses.
feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Could do without him.
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Yikes. Who are you, the Gravekeeper? Goodbye. Or just the man that spits out random factoids that depress everyone around him. Because that guy's the life of the party, let me tell you. Could do without that.
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
All right. Inanimate objects shouldn't move of their own accord. Please. Can I not? No, I'm not supposed to climb into that very empty place. Got it. Apologies.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight, something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Oh my god, that was a true run for a second. Gray Peak Gorge. I did like how many different locales this game touched on. Chapter 1 felt like a true murder in the woods, and you eventually got, you know, your fair share of the wilderness. But then you had, like, ghost towns, you had the real town, you had a dam, farm, psychiatric lodge, hedge maze. You know, all sorts. You're gonna toss that at me, aren't you? That's the only thing you're not gonna actually toss at me, which is nice of you. I spoke far too soon. I did blind myself on that one. It felt necessary. You need to do a lot of light damage quickly. Like, I think it got a little samey right around the end of chapter 3, and then they just kind of changed it all up. Second half of the game I thought was even stronger than the first half. Chapter 4 being my favorite. Gee, man. Apparently that was a boss battle. Kind of. I mean, it gave me an achievement. Safe Haven. That's good. That is something, at least. Is that a Coleman lantern? No. It is. It's gotta be.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
And swap that to... I mean, it is stronger, so I guess I will. Ugh. Sound design is underrated in this game. Everything feels wrong with the dark presence.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Great, thanks so much for that. Boop, boop. Ugh. You guys wouldn't attack me while I'm on this rickety bridge. Right? Oh my goodness, I specifically requested you not to, though. I did forget about the abandoned mine shaft, and I'm unhappy about it. Unhappy. Too many tight corners. Tunnel, go to Cauldron Lake. Tunnels go to Cauldron Lake. Also, oh. Don't do that to me. Am I supposed to go this way?
Without warning, the headache stabbed in my brain.
Ugh. Oh, I'm not allowed to go that way? No, I am. No, not going that way. Oh,
Alice?
Not real. Not real.
Alice?
Too spooky. Turn the video off. Where's this go? Compared to... Like, this kind of seems like the right way, too. Maybe. This is the right way. Is that just... Am I just supposed to be spooked by that place? I'll go down and be spooked. I'm good with that. Don't bother me none. Ugh. Okay, I'm bothered some.
I gotta get out of here. The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie.
Hi, Joe. How you doing?
It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
That was a long distance to go for that, but that's okay. No thanks.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel.
This is the final boss? Nah, we're about halfway through the game.
The unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought. Just let me get through this.
That was rude. Had final boss energy. It's that scene in the tunnels is actually pretty similar to near the end of the game. I mean, knowing Wake, it could be a flashback, flash forward, anything really.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Do you like this puzzle? I press down or up. That's it. It's tough stuff, but you know, somebody's got to do it. Okay, I think we've got to be almost done with chapter 3, right? Ooh, no, we're good. Not falling. Oh yeah. Because we gotta bring it up one more time. I don't use ladders. Just right. That looks good. So strong. So powerful. Which way do we go? Up, down? Say up for the bonuses. Down for the... Yeah. Perfect. Hup, 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 hup. Good.
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
Okay, beyond the aforementioned assault, I do think they're excellent characters. Guys, they're good, I promise. It's just a little bit of assault, alright? It's fine. It's all good. Hear that in Johnny Silverhand's voice from Cyberpunk? I could hear that for sure.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
You know, got a little bit of the Keanu in it. Funnily enough, the voice actor for Alan Wake is the Dr. Darling from Control, the live-action Dr. Darling. And the voice, too, obviously. Matthew Perrin, I believe. Did they give up? Are we all set? Alright, hey! You stop that right the gosh darn now. Uh-oh. We're at the point where I start using all my ammo, because I can feel the end of a mission coming, and we might as well have a good time at it.
Shit.
Well, it's fine. It's all good, dude. All's well. Okay, one moment. I need to check something. We're gonna finish this chapter, and then we'll call it. This is super important. Alright. We're back. Better head to bed. Getting late. Enjoy the wedding. I will. I hope I'll have some stories for y'all when I get back. And if I don't, well, that's okay too. But I'll probably have something. More hunting rifle ammo. That do be the opposite of what I wanted to use there, but it's fine. Collect everything we can. Okay. Cauldron Lake. 8th deepest lake in the world, Cauldron Lake is a caldera lake formed in a volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but it has not erupted since volcanic earthquakes of 1970, and even then, the underground activity was comparably mild. Despite some property damage, there were no casualties. Interesting. That's not what I heard. It's one of the most beautiful spots in the Bright Falls area, as well as a central figure for many local folktales. It's a popular recreational area for the area residents. Well, geez, I thought I was at it. I guess I wasn't at. Yes, I understand. Thought I was right at the end of the chapter. his leg and everything. Oh, oh. What's that saying? I don't know what it says. Oh, it was an arrow. Wait. Here we are. So much heavy breathing. Okay.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Whenever anyone says the boss, I just assume they say it in a thick New Jersey accent. And that works for both Springsteen and where am I going? Ah. And Mafia. Hey, that makes like at least 3 or 4 of us. Property damage. Gotta disrespect our surroundings. Baby's first horror game, that's me. Oh, right, yeah, going through the cellar. Yeah, why not? Why not going through the cellar? Thomas Zane and Claudia Winkleman. Tom. I miss you, Tom. Did you write this? I don't think Tom wrote Tom. You talked to me on TV. That is the Lantern Lady. It's not Barbara Jagger. Ugh. Oh, no. I curse you, Thomas Zane. That's a new one. Alright. Taking on about 20% spookier implications. Thanks for the shotgun ammo. Don't have a shotgun, but you know, I appreciate it nonetheless. Oof. More flares. Don't mind if I do. Hey. No. None of that. None of that. I think I just dodged into it. I wonder if I can jump that initially, or if it'll toss me down. I don't remember. It's probably not something I ever tried.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get there fast. I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. Did what I would find.
Wait! Are you? Wait! Hey, I'm here! I'm coming! No! Get away! Sorry. Please, wait! The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have a wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball. You see? To get him writing for us. Please! Please!
Ugh. All right. That'll just about do it for us. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with the rest of Alan Wake, and on Friday, Alan Wake 2. Look forward to it. Until next time, though, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. And, hey, see you soon. Doodles.